Hey guys, Toxic here, just with another update video blog, just on what I've been doing lately. I'm going away for the weekend, so I've been spending all of today just getting stuff done, so I'm not behind when I get back. So I've done a lot of work on the Dark Angels commission. As you can see here, I've got the Librarian. I posted some pictures on this guy, and I'm really happy with how that blue came out. I highlighted all the way up to a white, so it's about 5-6 layers of highlights, but I'm just really happy with how that came out, and I hope the client is too, because that is took a little bit of time to do that. So I basically spent just today getting all the armor on all the Space Marines done. So that is one guy, and here is just a regular biker. So with this guy, I basically did the same thing. There's a slightly less amount of steps. Let me see if I can just adjust the focus. Yep, I think that's about it. On the highlighting, because it was black, I don't want it to go too gray, and I think I found a good middle ground where the highlights look reasonable, but it still looks like a black. I don't have any lights on right now, so it's a little bit dark. I apologize. I've just been painting, all day, so kind of getting a little bit of a headache. I really love the front of the bike. It's such a nice place to highlight, and it just comes out so nice looking. So yeah, so that's just a normal Ravenwing biker, highlighted and done. Well, not done, just the armor is done. Because I just want to get everyone up to the armor step done, and then when I come back from the weekend, I'll just spend the rest of the week just touching up details, and then this army should be done next week. That's my goal. So I've done that whole squad. Here's a tank that's actually finished. I finished this tank. So that's cool. So I did a little bit of freehand there with the symbol. My idea is that if the client wants to get more rhinos, each rhino can have a different symbol, because I was going to bring out the Dark Angels logo here. But I just stick with just a random symbol, and then I think it's Third Company on the side. So that's the rhino. I'm going to be attaching and painting this dozer blade on the front there. So, because they wanted one, they didn't have one themselves, but I had one in my collection. So, if you get a commission through me, I really I take personal pride in painting it, and I really just want you to be happy. So if there's something that I have and I'm not using, and it'll help in the project, that's awesome. So next up we have the Tactical Marines. Here's the first squad I did, where I've done a little bit more work, like on the bolter. And so as you can see, the armor's all done and highlighted. And I've put on a bit of red. See what happens when I put a little light on. So there's that. And the second squad is painted slightly differently in the highlighting, just slightly, and whatever the client likes, I can touch up the other ones to make them look closer, but I kind of like the difference in them. See what it looks like without the light. So this is was brought up closer to white in the highlights. Probably looks a bit better with the light on. Just let it adjust. There we go. So yeah. So there's like the two next to each other. You can notice the difference. One's slightly brighter, one's slightly darker and a bit more graphic. Both look really good. This is probably actually a step higher, but just because I was trying it out, So, but as you can see, I can quite easily touch up the highlights depending on what the client likes better. It won't take long. So next we have the Chaplain. So might have gone a little bit too grey on the helmet, so I might touch that up, but I don't actually mind it. So he's meant to have black armor, but I've highlighted that up to a grey just like on the bikes. Because black isn't really black, it's more of just a mixture of greys anyway, so that's that. So he's going to be really fun to paint. And then last but not least, we have some Terminators. I think they're probably the most boring ones because the colors are so bright that it's not as fun to highlight because they're already so bright. But there's about 3 stages of highlighting in there. It's a really nice color. So there's that. So that's the project that I'm working on right now. Obviously, don't be afraid to send me some more projects. I can start on them straight away. Now, what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about so as you might have seen, I've started Toxic Plays Blood Bowl, and that's just me playing the Cyanide Studios version of Blood Bowl. It's more or less the exact same as the tabletop, but on a computer, so it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to buy models and everything. I really want to get like a league going if people would be interested in doing that. For like anyone, basically anyone that's seen this, we'll start a league going, and just play a game once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on the time that everyone has. So that's another idea that I have. Secondly, I think next week I'll put a video up explaining Lunchhammer a bit more. And I'm gonna be doing kind of like a Lunchhammer event where I'll be making my Lunchhammer force, and I'll be posting updates about it, and I'll invite anyone else to submit their updates to the Dice Troop blog. And then at the end of it, when we all have our Lunchhammer forces done up, I'll explain a little bit more about a Lunchhammer force in my video about it. But then once that's all done, maybe the best force, the one that's done the best updates, I don't know how I'm going to judge it yet. I'll have some sort of giveaway for them. Maybe it might be some painting services they might want to get done, a unit to add to that Lunchhammer force, maybe to bring it up to a proper 40k force. I don't know. We'll have to see what I can stretch out to. But basically, I'll be building my force and trying to get it as cheap as I can. So I'll be showing people what to look for on eBay and things like that. Not that if you can go to Games Workshop or support your local store, definitely go do that. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to show people that you can get into the hobby at a low points game. You can get into the hobby on the cheap, and it's really nothing to be afraid of. If you like the hobby and you really want to get into it, or you want to get back into it, or you want to make a little army that's different to your main army, you really don't have to be worried about the price and the points size of the game. You don't have to think that you're not going to get a game in if you don't have 2,000 points, because that is untrue. Absolutely untrue. I've had some of my best games have been at small skirmish points games. In fact, I've played probably as many 2,000 or more point games than I have 1,000 and under. I love 40k at small skirmish battles, and I think a lot of people do, but they just don't play it because people just feel that you have to be playing at these 17, 50, 2,000 point levels. I'm not going to get too much into that because obviously I'll be making another video just for that. Right now this is just an update video, just saying what I've been doing. So I hope you're enjoying my Blood Bowl videos because I'm really enjoying playing. Tell me if I'm doing anything wrong because I really am not the best at that game. Yeah. Just trying to think if I have anything else to say. I don't think so. Not looking forward to going away this weekend, but that's another thing. Um, I'm really just gonna miss being here and just creating stuff for you guys and painting and things like that. I really feel like I'm gonna miss that because really the first time that I'm gonna be taken away from my little area here where I get my work done. Um, yeah, and I come back on Sunday, so I really hope that nothing holds me up and I can get home and be on the hammer because I love doing that too. Um, yeah, uh, I thought I'd just take this time just to thank everyone. I know that I don't have the most followers on Tumblr, but I hope that just people that follow me, thanks. Um, the people that follow Dice Troop, thanks. Um, you know, Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and I'll just try and get stuff out there for you guys, because that's really just what I want to do. Um, just want to thank people like Das Thebius. He's kind of inspired me to just push myself a little bit further than I have been, because he's dealing with so much. I just feel like I should be given 110% or more. You know, um, just thank people like Rob as well for giving me a chance to show what I can do on Dice Troop and creating it all. And I'm glad I'm working with some really good people. And I think if you guys just stick around, it's only going to get better. But feedback is the biggest thing, really, because all of us that do anything for Dice Troop, really, it's all about what you guys want. Because there's no point in us doing stuff that we want when we put it up there for other people, not just ourselves. So I think I'm going on a little bit long in this video, so I'm gonna probably end it here. So I just wanna say thank you once again. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep posting stuff. I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy stuff that I put up. So thanks once again. This has been Toxic. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.